News and notes from Maple Leafs practice on Friday. Chris Johnston, Sheldon Keefe saying that Rasmus Sandin is out. It is not an injury decision. It is not a healthy scratch. Well, it is of sorts. It is due to cap issues. I guess give us the rundown on why Rasmus Sandin will not be playing and for how long he won't be playing.
Well, all Sheldon Keefe said was that he was out Saturday for the game against the Montreal Canadiens, but it's my belief, Shawn, that we won't see him play again this regular season. And, you know, the cap reasoning here is fairly simple. When Rasmus Sandin is on the taxi squad for the Leafs, he doesn't count against the daily cap accounting that's needed. And, you know, I suggest to you that they're making this move with an idea of bringing someone off long-term injured reserve before the end of the regular season. I'm not sure they have the space or can create the space to make that Frederik Andersen, but I wonder if it's Riley Nash, who was acquired just before the trade deadline while injured from Columbus, that we see get activated at some point next week and you know, be able to play with Sandin not in the lineup.
We'll get more to Frederik Andersen in a minute, but with that being said, has he earned himself the right to be in the Maple Leafs lineup on game one of the playoffs?
The Leafs seem to feel that way. You know, I believe that this is 100% just related to cap, not performance related for Rasmus Sandin. And with Zach Bogosian out with that shoulder injury, not expected back, I don't think until the second round of the playoffs, if the Leafs get that far. You know, I would think that game one of the playoffs, you're going to see Rasmus Sandin back in the lineup for Toronto when all the cap concerns go away. And so, you know, this week now is about using that extra time. After Friday's practice here at Ford Performance Center, he spent a good half an hour getting in an extra skills session after the regular practice time. And so, you know, he'll have, you know, 10 days here of extra skating and get ready, but I do think you'll see him come the start of the playoffs.
Okay, let's jump into Frederik Andersen. He continues his conditioning stint with the Toronto Marlies. Just what is the next step for him?
Well, it starts with a game Saturday against the Manitoba Moose. He's scheduled to play the entire game after playing 31 minutes, just a little bit more than half on Thursday. And, you know, his situation is a little bit more murky. The terms of the conditioning loan that he's on with the Marlies say that he can play up to 3 games or spend 6 days in the AHL. Now, there is a condition built in there where a team can ask for an extension to that. And so, you know, I would think some of this is related to how Frederik Andersen feels, how his injury is progressing. You know, but as I mentioned off the top, I'm not sure they have the cap space or the ability to activate him to the NHL roster before the end of the regular season. So we'll have to take it day by day with him. But the next step in his return towards the Leafs lineup is another game with the Marlies.
Well, Chris, we're at that time of the year where teams, especially the Maple Leafs, are doing cartwheels